What was the worst, most damaging way you took revenge?
Several years back, a girlfriend of mine had come over to my house to bring me some leftovers from a big family holiday party they had held at her house. While she was there, I said I had to take out the garbage, and so she sat down to use my computer. She logged on to her messenger and messed around on the computer for a bit. I came back in and she told me she had to hurry and get home because of some family emergency, so I walked her out to her car and kissed her goodbye. I went back upstairs and text messages to her phone were flashing all over my computer. She had forgotten to log out, and her telecom service provider and the messenger company had an agreement where texts could be sent/received via the computer. I read message after message for 7 hours, getting progressively more drunk as I did. From the one-sided content of the messages, I was able to ascertain that she was currently dating at least 5 different men and had actually left my house to go to one of her other boyfriend's house to spend the night. I continued to drink and read the messages well into the night. At about 1 o'clock, I went to the payphone in front of my apartment and called the cell phone of the boyfriend at whose house she was staying. He answered groggily, and I asked him to pass the phone to her. She answered jokingly, thinking that it was one of his friends, but suddenly was filled with shock and dismay when she recognized my voice. She accusingly went on the offensive, asking me how I'd gotten the number and yelling at me for being so suspicious. She hung up and then wouldn't answer either his phone or hers for the rest of the night. I continued to drink myself into a rage before compiling all of the texts and associated phone numbers in a Word file. I then added all of the texts she had sent me and pictures from overseas trips we had taken together that were slightly risque, but proved beyond all doubt that we were actually engaged in a sexual relationship. I wrote her a harsh email about how her betrayal was duplicitous and willfully cruel in nature, and that she was worse than any prostitute because, at least in prostitution, all parties know all of the transactional costs of the relationship. She had met my mother, she had been a bridesmaid at another boyfriend's little sister's wedding, and was discussing what furniture to buy after she got married to yet another boyfriend. I compiled all of this information and sent it to her, making sure to CC every person on her messenger list. All 70 of them. Her mother, father, sister, brother, friends, acquaintances, co-workers, and all 5 boyfriends who had sent her texts that day. She became an urban legend among her friends, was forced to retreat from social life, cancel her phone, and close all of her SNS and messenger accounts out of shame.